So this is going to be the first part of installing the Haltech stuff. This is going to be starting with the ECU. So this is my Haltech Elite 2000. This is going to control everything regarding engine management. As far as mounting this, my plan is to use the original mounting point where the OEM ECU used to be at. And in case you don't know where the ECU at for the S2000, let me show you. Take off this kick panel. Underneath the kick panel, this is where the original ECU used to be. So that's the place I want it. And then just to double check on how this gets oriented. And that's where I want the Haltech to be at. Now, I thought about some options of how to mount this ECU. Now, there was a few ways of how I wanted to mount this ECU, or how I wanted to make a mount for this ECU. One was to bend a plate kind of elevated like this. So as you can tell, the mounts sit lower. And I tried to do that. It didn't work. What I thought and how I imagined it is not how it turned out to be. So I'll scrap that out. Another one was, again, use a plate, cut a section so these two can just slide inside. It would be pretty much like kind of underneath the plate for the mounting. And I thought about it just today too, is why not gut this ECU and still use these for the mount? Just sit this ECU inside the box. So that's my plan. That's what I'm gonna do to make this ECU mount where the original one used. First I gotta open up the box and take out the board for it. You know what? I forgot I had a drill. Okay, so we got the shell, we got the plate. Now I just have to figure out where I want to mount this on here, which isn't a problem, and then make some cuts around because some of this does stick out a little bit more. Gonna have to be like so. So yeah, I'm gonna end up cutting actually a lot of material off to make this fit. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut this part first, and then I might have to cut this part as well. I don't mind if the base, it's just slightly above it, so this is gonna have to go. I got the space that I need for each side for the ECU. So now I just have to make a hole for the back piece so it can kind of like slide in. I had to do a good amount of clearing for this mount, and I was kind of afraid once I had to cut both brackets out, and I thought I was going to lose some rigidity off of this, but I did. With the base plate is going to bring it back a little bit. Do some clearing on this so I can push the ECU as far back as I can. So got the plate, and actually I'm going to screw this together. So got the plate together, and then this should be able to just slide in. So this is how it's gonna look going in. Like I said, I had to cut to make some room for this part. So now I just gotta drill the spots for the bottom, and then I can put this together. Yeah. So I'm gonna drill some holes for the ECU, but first I gotta clean up all the cuts and stuff that I did, so nothing won't be dangerous to hold. All the holes are drilled and is ready to go. I'm about to actually mount this ECU inside this base plate. When I get done, I actually have an idea, which may or may not work, but we'll see once I put this on. So the idea that I wanted to do, I can't do it because the ECU sits way too high for the mount. So I wanted to put both of those cases on the ECU. It'd make it look like real OEM, but I can't do that. So that's fine. I got the ECU all screwed up and mounted, so now it's time to put it back in the car and see how it's gonna be when I put the kick panel on. That's where the ECU is at. And it kind of comes out the same amount as, it seems like it's gonna clear everything, but we're gonna find out I'm gonna put my kick panel back on and see if it will clear. And it clears. Got the ECU tucked up right behind there, and I still have access to the cover for the can connector too, which is perfect. Clutch pedal goes in, doesn't impede this panel, but that's it. That is the first part of installing all this Haltech stuff. So that's it for the first part. I'm really happy how that came out. I didn't think that was going to work. I'm really glad that I thought about just using the stock ECU plate to get that working. I looked everywhere online, tried to find them out for the S2000, couldn't find one. Like, popped up Google, nothing showed up for me. So that's it for the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.